Video here on graphite. So, this week lithium has been going up. My favorite stock, GL1. Holding these until at least $1 billion because that's probably what they'll be worth, given that lithium isn't going to be in oversupply anytime soon, and they'll get this into production and print money out. Personally, I wouldn't be buying more of this now, as I like to buy a small stock and sell it when it grows into a reasonable size. So I bought this one, I think it was 40 cents or something. Went up, lost a lot of money, but if I sold here, I would have tax purposes didn't sell here, and it wasn't at its peak anyway, because I believe it's going to go more towards $1 billion, where I'll be probably selling down unless anything new happens. Although it seems like lithium is just going to be needed for years and years to come. Lithium will get taken over by sodium-ion batteries, I believe, in the future, but that's quite a way off now because they have to figure out sodium-ion before it can take off. Reasons being that sodium is very abundant, lithium is not so abundant. So if we want to change the world, we need to get sodium-ion batteries. So we're looking for companies for the sodium-ion battery chain in the future. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, another thing that's going to be in short supply that we didn't need before this EV revolution is graphite. So this is all the players here. So one company that I invest in, Green Battery Metals Inc. for 4.5 million Canadian. They're about 2 million cash. They've been drilling. You can watch these videos of them drilling. They've got graphite at surface. Their neighbor, let's have a look at them. Mason Graphite. They've done more drilling. They're a bit ahead of them in terms of drilling and money raised. So they're 42 million. That's a 10x that gets them. Anyway, I'm not saying they're just as good. Comparing apples to apples. So I see Green Battery Metals Inc. in the future drilling out and moving up this table. So Green Battery Metals Inc. will probably land in here somewhere, because this is done by percentage. They have the same percentage. It's the same deposit as Mason Graphite, sorry. We're up here. So Green Battery Metals Inc. is up here. They've got 11 million tons contained. Green Battery Metals Inc. will be coming at 1, moving up to 2 with more drilling. But they're 10 times the price. Pretty much the same, just they've drilled it out more. So I see you making more money on Green Battery Metals Inc., or that's what I believe, and that's where my money is. And then there's everyone else. I'll go through them. Small deposits, probably grown since then. Northern Graphite though, 70 million. So apples to apples, haven't really gone into them, but their deposit isn't that great. Let's look at the deposit as of, what date was this? 2021, so not even that old. So say it's even doubled. Really crappy percentage. So correct me if I'm wrong, but 70 million for this company with a very low grade. So look at how much more they'll have to dig out. 10 times more to get the same amount as these guys. Location's also a thing. So Focus Graphite, $10 million for this company, Focus Graphite, but they're sort of in the middle of nowhere near a port. So apples to apples, I went through all these with a fine-tooth comb, and this was my pick. Although risky, the reward seems very good. And if you look what happens when a graphite hype sets in, these companies just go up. So this is to go back to 40 cents. It's a lot of X's just for that. And we're not even started on the graphite journey yet, as we're getting more to more electric. Of course, anyone want to argue we're not going to electric vehicles, because we are, slowly but surely. Yep, it's going to be hard to get there because we're going to run out of lithium, going to run out of this and that, but we'll eventually figure it all out. Supply chains will come around. We'll probably go to sodium-ion, but they'll improve lithium as well. The solid state, but lithium's probably going to get so good that we won't even need solid state. Maybe they'll add silicon in. Who knows? But I see graphite's going to be needed no matter what. Like, stuff might take over, but the stuff that uses graphite will still be around because it's being pumped out now and improved right now. And graphite doesn't go into the sodium-ion battery. It's a different type of carbon, apparently called hard carbon. That's for another video. So anyway, let's go through this chart. Northern Graphite, 70 million, 4.5 million. Remember, that doesn't include cash. So you can go here, if I didn't already say, they actually have videos. Click news. Let's have a look at the high grades they drilled. 35% gradings, 50 meters. So they got high grade at surface. Not to mention there's power around. So I think, yeah. So we're going to that Lamico, 10 million. They've done the feasibility study, but I think they're gonna have trouble with environmental studies because their person running it always goes on about the environment. But don't take my word for it, do your own research. So MLS, let's go to 6 months here, 1 year. So I thought I missed the boat on this one, and I did. So it went all the way up, and then it came back down again. So it did a lot of X's. I was actually going to buy it here. I was speaking to the company, missed out. But anyway, they came back down. So hype only lasts a thing, and reality lasts longer. So time is a friend of a good company, and not the friend of a bad company. Not saying Metals Australia can't do it. So look at Metals Australia here. Where are they here? So good grade, but the price for them, 30 million. But that's not apples. So that's a 10x, or not quite 10x, maybe 8x to Green Battery Mills Inc. So I'm with the underdog who's growing, and therefore is growing. The value is growing at a more substantial rate than other companies, I believe. So we got this one for 10 million, 11 million, whatever. Pretty good. Middle of nowhere. I've already said that, sorry. Anyway, you can pick your own one, but all these ones I picked Green Battery Mills Inc. More risky. I also have Vault Resources, who has a working graphite mine in Ukraine, and then they'll be bringing this one online as well. Fair to say we'll need the graphite. I think it's 4 million tons of graphite a year. We're going to need by 2030, and if these are pumping out 1,000 to 200,000 tons, we're probably going to need all of them online. So Tesla's made a deal with these guys. Trident Minerals actually lost this mine that got taken off them. Huge mine taken off them. There's a lot of graphite out there, but you need to spend that $200 million to get into production or whatever it is. Actually, all these companies, they're spending like $50 million to do a small amount, and then they have stage 2 where they spend more money and do more tons per year. So as they do more tons, it gets cheaper per ton. I think you get the point. Here's another good one, Rescore. Good location, but that's already $500 million company. So I just have a great belief in Green Battery Mills Inc. We'll get it over the line. And what might also happen is just hype sets in, and they just go up like that. So they're so low, they're not getting much lower now. And if you actually try to buy this company, it goes up. So if you try to buy $200,000 worth right now, it would probably shoot the price way up. I know that from experience. So I bought here. This was actually just me buying this stuff. Not this one, actually. That was from an announcement. And they dwindle down. So remember, things can always get cheaper, and they can always get more expensive. But the important thing is you don't sell low if you know what's going on. So these guys went all the way back down to $1. I knew they were way better, and they're coming up now. Novonix, probably my best ever investment. Bought at $1. I think here somewhere. Then money doubled. I knew they were good. Came down again. And then it just went crazy. Like, people, it's just the craziest thing I've ever seen. It dropped to here. It was at lunchtime. I saw my money, because I put so much money in here, it's obviously gone 10x. And when this dropped, it's like a year's salary vanishing before my eyes. So I sold out because I knew it was way overpriced, like ridiculous pricing for what they had done. And guess what happened? All the way back down here. So I wouldn't be buying back into these guys now. Probably at $1 I would be. Although it seems it's up in the air who's going to take the battery race. Does anyone even care about Novonix and their graphite? Their synthetic graphite, they can give you long kilometers. You can get just as much kilometers on a LFP battery or something else. Jeff Dahn, who's the advisor to these guys, he knows what's going on in the battery, so let's say Novonix could take another road, but everyone else who's studying this well can take the road to success. So not investing in Novonix could be a good share. My beliefs are it's going to be LFP. They're going to improve that. They're going to improve sodium ion. And nickel can be in there as well. Apparently Jeff Dahn can make a nickel battery go forever. So I was watching videos of him. He's done the lab. He knows what works in the lab. So, and he's saying, yeah, it's good. We can make the nickel lithium ones to last forever, but that's not going to be enough to change the whole world. We need to go to sodium ion because it's so abundant, all the materials. So we need to figure out sodium ion, and that's really going to be the one that changes the world. So don't take my word for it. I could be wrong on everything I said. Do your own research, and this was just for my own enjoyment, this video, because I'm super bored right now. Just putting my thoughts out into the universe. That's it from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you have any small company. I'm talking a small company that's got a good location. They just need to drill it out. It's like, you know what's there, they just have to drill it out. They're worth 10 million, but you can see they're going to make $100 to $200 million a year once they get into production. And the production, it's not going to cost them that much to get into production. That's really the company you want. Another good company, hot shielding the ASX. So the deal with these guys is copper's different to lithium. Lithium you can get out for nothing and sell for a lot right now because no one's done it. Copper, they've been trying to get out of the ground for years. And it's hard to do. The grade is low, and Hot Chili has done heaps of drilling. You have to drill it and drill it and drill it. And Hot Chili, they say $1 billion revenue once it gets started. It's on the cusp of getting started. And it's not as if you can go drill up and find more copper overnight. It takes like years and years. So it's a good time to buy these guys now, in my opinion. That's all I'll say. So pretty much, yeah, don't know what else to say. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna say.